This is an open letter to friends. There is this woman that I've seen uh, in my neighborhood from time to time, usually when the weather is better. When the weather is okay or nice outside, I've seen this woman that she has a normal car. Sometimes she parks her car beside the road, beside the street, and I've seen her walk around with a bag in her hand and a disposable glove in both hands and a bag, and she is busy picking up some of the trash that is laying around the street for a short period. Then she basically, gets in her car and goes home. I'm presuming. I never actually waited around to see how long she does this. But I've seen her doing it, and it's a nice gesture. It's a very nice gesture. It's a nice idea. It's a great idea. I wish everybody would do that. I haven't done it because I'm a little, a fish out of water as I am. I don't want to stand out any further out of water, where I am, as I am, who I am. So I don't want to stand out any more than I should. And a few times I thought might as well go help her when I see her from time to time. I said, maybe I should park and go and help her. Then again, I thought maybe she will, take it the wrong way. And so I never did it alone because I would stand out. And I never joined her because I thought maybe she takes it the wrong way. So I never actually did it myself. And I'm sure some other people also think that maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they should do it too. And they're all, thinking about it, about this woman doing this good deed of from time to time when she has the time, she just parks her car, gets out, and picks for a short period, picks up some trash that people have thrown littered around the street. They do litter a lot where I'm living right now. So it's a good thing that she does. But here's the thing: what I wish, what I hope, is that she would get rewarded for what she's doing. This selfless act that she's doing for her society. And I feel that if there was a Santa Claus, really, there was a Santa Claus, or if there was really a God, she would be rewarded. But in reality, hopefully all of us have concluded that there's no such thing. But then I think to myself, what is our alternative? How can you appreciate what she's doing in this world and encourage others in the society to do the same? Encourage others to start thinking down the same pathways as she does. Encourage. What could be the encouragement? And then when you go down that path, you realize that, well, what China is doing right now with regards to social credit system is pretty much what we expect of Santa Claus, the children expect of Santa Claus, and it's pretty much what the grown-ups expect of God. It's a social credit system. It's a system in which you expect God to reward you when you do good and expect punishment when you do bad. This is the grown-ups' expectation of God in reality. And especially we know that is because when they fall on hard times, many grown-ups turn to God and say, why? What did I do wrong, God? And they demand an answer from God that why they are going through this hardship, and they demand answers. from God. So that's clear that we wish, we hope somebody's watching us, and if we do good, won't punish us. Punishing means, sending us hardship. So we expect that. We want that. We idealize that. That if I do good, God, you should reward me. Well, that is the social credit system. That is the social credit system. It's a system in which the government says, okay, forget about God. If you do good, we will reward you. We, the system, we, the government, we will reward you. And if you don't do good, we will punish you. And it doesn't even have to be a criminal act. If you do something bad that is, still is not on the books against the law as a crime, but still we will punish you if we notice that your intentions were bad. And if your intentions were good, even if things go sideways, we will still reward you. If your intentions were good, if we see that your intentions were good. And I think that's not a bad idea. I mean, if it was a bad idea, we would not have invented God, human beings. If the social credit system, the idea of rewarding people for good behavior and punishing them for bad behavior, again, doesn't have to be criminal behavior, just bad behavior. This idea that people, start arguing for no, reasonable reason with each other and start fighting in streets and whatever, that's, there is, if it doesn't go to the police, if it does, nobody gets hurt and nobody files a claim, it goes away most of the time. But the reality is that the system should be punishing people for, behaving violently, behaving emotionally in a bad way. So in order to encourage everybody to behave in a good way, have a nice, clean, working society, functional society, instead of having a chaotic, anarchic shit show of a society. So and with the population increasing so much, I think the social credit system, I think, should be implemented in order to keep the societies clean, as in like clean, so people can trust each other because they know somebody's watching. We love the idea of God, the idea of, somebody's watching you and you should be good. We, as in like human beings, love the idea of God. If they didn't love it, they wouldn't have invented it. And while we are at it, we understand this idea of God, or for children, Santa Claus, is that we keep reminding people that God is watching. Santa Claus is watching. We remind children that Santa Claus is watching. Well, we like that. Obviously, we like that idea, that somebody in a position of authority is watching, so you better behave. Well, might as well let the state do it. The state surveillance system, but of course we got to make sure the state is good, because having a state surveillance system and having the people at the top of the state not be good, that would be really bad. Having a surveillance system and having not such good people at the top, that would be really bad. And let's be frank, if you choose, if intellectual people who have lived a long life and they are at the twilight of their age, and there is not one of them, but a group of them, a small group of elder people who have lived an exemplary life, not in politics, but in some academic field, in colleges and universities, in some academic field, older men and women who have, lived a good life, fruitful life in some academic field, after they pass the age of 60, they can be trusted on to be good leaders of society. So imagine, I feel, you should imagine, and I feel, imagine China. Read that there is like 5, 6, 7, whatever, group of intellectuals who are, all of them are older, all of them have been in academic fields, have shown their good intentions by living a good, useful, fruitful life. They have shown their good intentions. They haven't been in politics, they have been in academia. They have shown their good intentions by teaching young people useful knowledge. Why not have a group of them lead a surveillance state in which, through social credits system, good deeds are rewarded and bad deeds are, given negative points? In terms of, okay, let's put it this way. Let's make it tangible. This woman who, in my neighborhood, from time to time, when the weather is good and she has the time, she parks the side of the road and picks up some litter in a sanitary way with, disposable gloves, and she puts everything in a bag and obviously goes and throws it in the trash. Let's imagine, in a tangible way, she's rewarded through this system. First of all, it has to be a surveillance system. There must be cameras around to pick her up doing this good deed. There must be cameras around and facial recognition, so she's noticed by the system that this woman is doing good deed, picking up a trash that she hasn't thrown out. Okay, then the second step should be, so the surveillance has to be there. This is the part about the surveillance state that seems to be good, because you can't have a social credit system without having a surveillance system. In order to know who to reward and who to punish, you must first see them doing, bad or doing good. You must first see them. So the surveillance has to be there. Facial recognition has to be there. Once it's there, the system picks this woman up doing something extraordinary good. Therefore, the system rewards her by lowering her rent, increasing her allowance, putting some more money into her account so she can afford a bigger TV, for example, if she wants to. My point is this: there is some kind of a reward, just like what you expect. All your traditionalists who, many of, my Republican friends who believe in, believe in God, my conservative friends who believe in God, isn't this what God's supposed to do? See you. This is what you expect from God to do. See your good deed and then reward you for your good deed. Except now you're taking that responsibility that is hit and miss. Let's be frank, with God, it's hit and miss. Sometimes he sees you doing good and punishes you, and that's when you really, it's like a gut punch. You really don't know why God punished you while you didn't do much harm to anybody, but why you were punished. That's the dilemma that they can't. One of the reasons, a lot of people stop believing gods is because they go through some hardship, although they have lived a good life. So this is, if you're conservative, if you're traditionalist, if you're Republican in the United States, or Tory in England, or conservative religious, you believe in all this. You believe in God, and you believe in being rewarded or punished based on your behavior in this world. Well, this is it. Social credit system is what can do that. Real reward and real punishment for what you do right now, right here. You know, you do a good deed right now, and the system picks up through a surveillance system, just like, you know, you expect God. You expect God to be watching you, right? My religious friends, my conservative friends, you think God is watching you, right? So what is one more? If God is watching you, let the state watch you as well. So who cares? I mean, if one is watching you, might as well all of them be watching you. As long as it's state that is watching you, and it's the state that, you know, can recognize good deed from bad and can reward people or punish. But the point is this whole system will encourage the citizens. This idea of social credit system and rewarding and punishing based on behavior, it, you know, will encourage good behavior. And what do you want in a society? Good behavior. Now, you know, you can say, oh, our citizens have good behavior because they're afraid that the other side might be armed. This solution that Uncle Sam's managers have come up with, that good behavior out of fear that the guy you're misbehaving towards may be armed and you might take a bullet between the eyes. Well, that's one way, which I don't think it's, you know, that's a way to make people fear each other. That's not a way to encourage people to help each other. Fear of getting a cap in your ass is not, you know, it doesn't encourage people to be nice to each other. It just encourages people to avoid each other. And you see, this fear-based behavioral, fear-based behavior encouragement is not as good as you think. It isolates people. It forces people into isolation instead of forcing people into helping each other. So the social credit system that you're good to the other guy, to the other person, because you hope that the system will see you and reward you, I think that's a much better incentive, better way of going about encouraging the citizens in behaving well than fear-based system, in which out of fear you won't help your neighbor, but you won't hurt him either because you fear he might hurt you back. This is just, you know, you're preventing people from hurting each other, and if the system is not looking, they might, if they're frustrated enough and for 1 second the system doesn't see them, they will try to hurt other people because there's no, you know, if they're frustrated enough. So my point is this: that's what happens in the cities, that is happening right now. Young kids, you know, they cover their face, and just as long as they're not recognized, they go on, you know, on a rampage, and they steal and they rob and they cheat and whatever. So I don't think the fear-based social order works as well as hope-based social order. Fear-based social order is what you have in the West. You fear the law, you fear the other guy being armed, so you behave, you mind your behavior. But, you know, love-based or hope-based social behavior, it's hope-based for manipulation. Hope-based manipulation of social behavior is one in which that you do good, hoping that the system will see you and reward you for it. You're good to your neighbor. Not only you're not bad to your neighbor, you're good to your neighbor, hoping to get rewarded by a system which is watching you. I think that's better, and that's I think it's inevitable with so many people, population concentrated in large cities, which is the way to, which is eventually the way it's going to be, because people like to be around people, and therefore concentration of population is inevitable. But so in order to control this population, you need to have mass surveillance. At least if not, online surveillance, at least, camera surveillance in the physical world, surveillance needs to happen. And if you're doing that, you might as well bring about a social credit system. If you're watching people with facial recognition technology, you might as well bring about a social credit system. So at least you can, reward people, and by rewarding people, you would encourage good behavior between your citizens, and you will have a much better, much better function in society, much more pleasant society, if people are encouraged to behave well just because they know that they will get rewarded by the system. I think it's not a bad idea. Salute.